Hello, and welcome. I'm Grub, eater of leaves. I have a pretty shitty microphone right now, apparently, so I'm probably going to be redoing this at some point, if anybody complains. In the last video, you currently have 2 creativity points to use. Perhaps you can use your reality powers, altering powers more effectively by spending more than one on a single act. No, that wasn't a real rewind. And now, create a dog. Make said dog purple. The internet will eventually cooperate. -2 creativity. You use 1 creativity to manifest a dog. She is a complexity level 1 creation. While she may not look like much, and has only rudimentary intelligence, she is very much alive. You then use another creativity point to alter her appearance. She is now purple. She sniffs the air menacingly and surveys her surroundings. Sorry, I shouldn't be inserting words like that, but I thought it was amusing. I know, my only job here is to read. It occurs to you that perhaps you should give her a name. Then again, maybe you should first address the fact that you are close to death due to exposure to caustic fumes. Go with Snuffy the Pooch. Rapport. Snuffy the Pooch. Dog. 1. You name your new acquaintance Snuffy the Pooch. Opening up your menu, you see you now have a rapport screen, which you can use to keep track of your various companions, pets, symbiotes, or other beings you create or befriend. Vomit out window to reduce toxicity levels. I'll just... At the moment I'm using OBS. Purging your stomach will not reduce your toxicity, but it will eject the cornflakes you ate earlier. This will subtract them from your nutrition rating, which, at the moment, the only resource you know of is the only resource you know of that can be used to reduce toxicity or restore hit points. Reminder. Gaining a hit point costs 1 nutrition. Losing a toxicity costs 2. You digest the food in your stomach, utilizing its beneficial properties to cleanse your system somewhat. You spend 10 nutrition. You lose 5 toxicity. You still aren't feeling great, but you are no longer at death's door. While you're taking time out to digest and recuperate, Snuffy goes exploring. It appears your apartment offends her acute senses. You wonder why. Cautiously follow Snuffy. Manifest a treat and a roll of paper for training purposes, and keep them safely in your inventory so as not to distract her. You do not have enough creativity to manifest anything, but you grab and equip one of the empty bottles from the kitchen before you follow Snuffy the Pooch down the stairway. Well, where is that dog? Remember, you wanted to put the bottle in your inventory. You open up the menu and select the inventory screen. This is where you store anything that isn't worn or equipped. You can carry up to 9 things, not particularly large and heavy. It serves as a poor standard to judge the parameters that you know will be involved. Okay? Use your purple detecting powers, which you've obviously had all along as part of your job as the everyman, to find Snuffy. In case you couldn't tell, this story is dictated by suggestions that have been had in the past by the author and, the people reading the story when it was being made. In a monochromatic world with a single purple occupant, practically everyone has purple detecting powers. This is also known as vision. You, on the other hand, have access access to something better. While you're screwing around with the cursory inventory screen tutorial, your rapport alert goes off. It seems something noteworthy has happened involving one of the beings you have established a link with. Unfortunately, the rapport system is no more specific than that at the moment. Snuffy the Pooch may be in trouble. You proceed down the stairs with much haste. You exit the stairwell to the garage. It's dark and musty. You are experiencing an unmistakable sense of dread for some reason. Something is wrong down here. You haul ass towards the other side of the garage. Your rapport sense is tingling. You are getting close. You head up the ramp at the far side of the garage. For a second you think you can see the corpses of two beasts. They look like large white rats. However, they dissolve into piles of white powder almost immediately. You found Snuffy. She wags her tail, obviously happy to see you. She appears to be unharmed. She must have dispatched these creatures, because you notice that she has earned a title, Scuff Pup. You give her a congratulatory pat on the head. You know what this means? Celebratory party with lots of alcohol. And now we wait for the page to load. You wish you could mock the occasion with a drink or two. Unfortunately, your stash of booze was depleted when you checked earlier, and you doubt very much that the empty bottles will fill themselves with liquor. Speaking of which, continue exploring. Equip the bottle as a weapon. Shot at a bottom if need be. You remove the bottle from your inventory and equip it, wielding it in your right hand. You immediately shatter the bottom of it against the wall. The bottle becomes the broken bottle. It is now far less effective for storing fluid, but is a considerably more fearsome weapon. You feel a lot more confident with this dangerous implement in your clutches. It has been a long, weird, ugly morning. Come on, ask about my day, you think. You stab the air with a broken bottle as if testing it, as if you know what you're doing. Snuffy gives you a quizzical glance. You decide it's time to move on. You and Snuffy follow the ramp as it spirals up. With each step you take, the air gets cleaner, and the passage becomes illuminated by an ambient light. A very familiar ambient light. Damn it. You are standing on a sideway, floating impossibly in the same endless white void you found outside the hallway window and your television upstairs, and I'm sorry about the alarm going off. Okay, the alarm's off. You don't know why, but it's different down here. You feel as if you are being forced downward by statico waves of energy. You hear a soft humming below. Very carefully, you peer over the edge. An angry black star pulses. You cannot tell how far away or how large it is, but you can feel its gravity pulling hungrily. You are barely able to tear your gaze from this malicious, thrumming presence. You stand up and survey the area, but you don't find anything but the star. This place is a vast, empty nothing, as far as you can see in every direction. I don't think my current prop is having a very good influence on my voice. Huh. I think hats are a little brighter, apparently, than a staff. Play with Snuffy. That should guarantee at least one creativity point. Use said creativity point to fill one of your bottles with a ridiculously strong alcoholic beverage. Party. Then again, that last bit wasn't exactly hard to read. in that kind of voice. On your way back to the apartment, you play with Snuffy in the garage. Lovable as she is not intelligent or complex enough to inspire any creativity. However, this act does expand the capability of your rapport. As the two of you spend time together, your link grows stronger. You will now receive more information whenever Snuffy sets off your rapport sense. Go get more stuff to eat. All that exploring and running around makes you hungry. You head to the kitchen. You raid the shit out of the fridge and pantry, taking stock of all the food and drink you have by arraying it in the counter in front of you. Just look at this bounty. By the way, I'm intentionally reading everything that is all capped in that voice. Pickles. Yum. Your strength is too low to open the pickle jar. Get some chips, put ketchup on them, and eat. You pour some of the ketchup into the bag of chips, shake it up a bit, and get to business. Because filling your stomach with junk food is serious business. And brother, business is fucking booming. You eat about half the chips, cranking your nutrition up to 10, the maximum. Unfortunately, these aren't very good for your long-term health. You lose 3 hit points. Check to see if milk is spoiled before trying to drink it. The milk smells like milk. Nothing appears to be wrong with it. You look for a date stamped on the carton, but you have no idea what the current date is, so that information would be pretty useless. Take the Chinese takeout and make it into art, a la bento box. You have a really bad feeling about this takeout. An ominous aroma surrounds it, even with the box closed. Wonder what exactly you can do to generate creativity without taking yourself to death's door. Oh, and make a milk sandwich. Don't question it. Just do it. Decrease your toxic level. When they do the 2/ thing, that means that they're combining commands. You digest the chips and ketchup, reducing your toxicity to 5. Then you make a milk sandwich using the walls of your stomach as the bread. That sounds really creepy, especially spoken in that voice. The milk is really good for you. You get a whole 10 nutrition from drinking just half of it. Nice. You know what? I think I'm going to use this voice to read a romance novel or something similar. You waste no time and use those points to eliminate your current toxicity completely. It occurs to you that this is a lot of work. Unfortunately, it seems that personal sacrifice is the price you must pay to harness the forces of creation. Those fumes are pretty caustic, though. Maybe there's a better way. Eat the pickles, milk, Chinese takeout, ketchup, mustard, baked beans, potato chips, and cornflakes all at once. Okay, I can't not chuckle at that, even when I'm trying to do my voice like that. That's not mustard. It's sriracha, the tastiest hot sauce in the universe. It seems all this delicious food has put you in the mood for a little silliness. Someone's feeling better. Let's check the status screen before we proceed. Right on the Chinese takeout with ketchup. Evil. Do not open. You use some ketchup to leave a little reminder for yourself
on the takeout box. You don't see the need to get overly verbose about it, though. Besides, you've got other things to do. Do some cartwheels down the hall. You got into the hallway to celebrate your recently rediscovered health with some impromptu acrobatics. -1 heart. You discover painfully that your agility rating is crap just before crashing into the wall in a heap. Snuffy looks on, seemingly disapproving. You lose 1 hit point. Stare into the black star for inspiration. If that fails, look for a new source of creativity. Your trusty broken bottle in hand, you trek back to the sidewalk to try to commune with the black star. The prospect does not excite you, but you're fresh out of ideas. If only there was some other way to inject creativity into your simple mind. Some resource you've overlooked. The narrator is obviously talking about your dog. Consume dog. I can't. Some of these suggestions, man, they were stupid. Unfortunately, any assets you might gain from consuming your dog are denied to you by your rapport with her. At this point, that would be almost like eating yourself. And things are not that desperate yet. Consume the white powder. No, wait. Sniff it first. You inspect the... did I just hit the wrong button? Yes, I did. You inspect the white powder. It is completely odorless. It is also extremely fine. It is fortunate that there is no wind coming in from the void outside, or these piles would have disintegrated before you got to them. You try not to breathe heavily around them. While you're fussing around with the white powder, Snuffy pokes you affectionately with your nose. The unexpected contact causes you to inhale sharply. You breathe in one of the piles of white powder. Non-standard game over. No, I'm kidding. The white powder is quite tasteless. It breaks down quickly when you inhale it, entering your body more as a smoke or mist than powder. You feel lightheaded. Your mind swims in a sea of possibility. You gain 1 creativity point. You find that the white powder also makes you feel a little lethargic. As you lay on the dirty floor of the garage ramp, you are overcome with a feeling of hopelessness. You think about the black star and the beckoning oblivion it offers. You notice Snuffy has decided to take a nap nearby. You snap out of your weird malaise. What were you thinking? You can't leave her alone in this place. You scoop up the other pile of white powder and store it safely in your inventory. Grab a light and put it over your head, creating inspiration and boosting creativity. You take a light bulb out of one of the +0 light bulbs. In this case, literally. You take a light bulb out of one of the fixtures in the hallway, as there's plenty of light coming in from outside. You hold it up above your head and hope for the best. Sadly, creativity does not work that way. You do not see why. Your smart-ass head-up display has to rub it in, though. You put the light bulb in your inventory. Check and see if you can get into any other rooms. You survey the hallway. There are 4 doors that you assume lead to apartments because they look very much like your own. They are unmarked, which strikes you as kind of odd. 2 are beyond opening in the center of the hallway. The other 2 are closer to your front door. There's also an elevator opposite the stairwell that does not appear to be in service. All of the apartment doors are locked, save the one across from yours. Create a painting. Using just your fingers and the remaining ketchup, you smear your newest work on the wall just outside your apartment. How long have I been doing this? 20 minutes, huh? You like the juxtaposition you got here. These art that forces them out of their comfort zone. Try to materialize a gun. Alright. Hey. I forgot that 1 point got you a flintlock and some pistol and some bullets. Wonder where the rest. I should be reading this. Sorry. You spend 1 creativity point and conjure a simple gun. The flintlock pistol is a basic firearm that must be reloaded via the barrel after each shot. It is somewhat unreliable and not particularly accurate, but it can certainly do some damage. It's loaded and ready to fire when you manifest it, and you also whip up a few extra rounds and put them in your inventory. Wonder where the rest of the world went. You take a moment to ponder this strange situation you found yourself in. Actually pretty cool. Proud for keeping cool so far. Enter the unlocked apartment with Snuffy brandishing your bottle and yelling, "Who wants to die today?" Thanks to your loving tribute to her in condiment form, your rapport with Snuffy the Pooch has improved again. You discover that you can now use it to give simple instructions telepathically. You do this right away, waking her from her nap and summoning her to the hallway. You wait for her to arrive before entering the other apartment. You enter the living room that is considerably larger than yours. Considerably larger than yours. The light, what? Okay, I've done this too long. The white light from the void illuminates the room, but it seems stronger here. You hear Snuffy growl. Something is coming through the window. The light striking the coffee table becomes more intense, almost blinding. It's coalescing. You and Snuffy the Pooch are now fighting a giant void fly. And I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you enjoyed this episode of A Beginner's Guide to the End of the Universe. If you like this video, make sure to leave a comment, like, subscribe, favorite. I don't care, just do something, please. I know that, like, some of you don't care. The ones of you that do care, please do. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. I need to come up with my own thing. Bye.